Hello and welcome back. This is the re-sown field of canola. We are on May at 10:16 in the morning, which is exactly where we left it, sort of. So yes, I've not got all the equipment across. This is the new old farm without the hole here, and with that moved to exactly where I said. I did put it exactly where I said. I've shifted that as well. I thought in case there was no sure, but it was definitely the aerial, so I thought, well, let's not take any chances, we'll stick that over there. We've stuck the aerial, the generator, over by there, and it allowed us only just, doesn't like you fitting anything on the shop really, but it just allowed me to fit that there. So that is our second generator, so that's back where it was before. Everything else is all brand new. I shall show you obviously as well. The one thing you can't change is if you go into statistics, it will tell you how long you've played. We would have been on about 5 years, so this is just literally year 2. I've gone through plans, yeah, because it always classes you as you've done a year because you're starting in August anyway. So yeah, this is year 2. We've just gone into the second year. The one thing I'm going to do is obviously say the one advantage, you can see everything's nice and shiny because it's all new rather than the sales new, you know, like where I fixed it up, so there's no damage to any paintwork as yet because it's all new. So that was the advantage that we had. It's still not perfect though. We've got the Fendt GT as well, which is hiding somewhere over here. Yes, somewhere. Where have I? Oh, there it is. It was right next to me. Yeah, I did the cultivating with it. I've put that back where it was. Toolbox is back where it was. I think it's tucked back a little bit more. Oh, and it's not quite centre. Do you know? Oh well. Ooh. Wow, that's got a long reach. Right, yeah, smashing. So that's all sorted. No, I didn't actually. You can put the front Pepe 3-point hitch on it, which is useful. You can't do mowing with it though. I have done it in that setup. I was right. You can't use a. I did actually try to stick a standard one. It will not accept it. So it's got. Yeah, I was trying to stick to as close as possible, but it has to have its own proper Fendt one. So from that pack. So yeah, that's all ready to rock and roll. And we've got the front over in the. I think you probably saw it. I only bought the one sort of front. I've not really got anything that's useful for it. So I think I even reconfigured the bale trailer so I'd got everything that I'd paid for before, the big one and the medium one that cost us £2,000 at some point as well. I even remembered that. The fact that this hasn't got a 3-point link though, that is quite a big. I mean, we can do our baling with it. That was the main thing, and it's a bit heavy puller. But obviously, the Fiat Agri did have its front link, and it was. We are missing a tractor in a way. I'm not sure. Something that can do. Yeah. Now there is a way I can do this, but it's. I don't know that it'll. Thinking about this, there is a new mower that. No, is it Rawley Christie or is it Black Sheep Modern? I think it's Black Sheep Modern. The very author of the map has brought a batwing mower out, so that may be quite. Now let's have a look. Actually, have I loaded it in? I might have done. I had to tick all the boxes. Let's have a look. Let's be in the right section first, because if so, that would be the answer to the quandary. Well, there is also the duet. There is, but that we haven't got 52,000. Let me see. It would be in mods, wouldn't it? No, I haven't. Right. No, I haven't. Right. Okay. The one thing I am going to say though, this still struggled with the Samson. What I'm going to do, I think, which is unfortunate because we're spending the money as soon as it comes in. I think we need to up the horsepower of this to its max. I think it's about 20,000. So it's seriously typical. The money is exactly as it was when we left it all, but we still have the bank loan. Now we don't. So what we should have. So I will have to adjust that. Yeah, I'll do that. I will do that after. It's going to be awkward. I'm really terrible at maths. I'm trying to work out. Right, let's take £5,000 off. That is the simplest way. Minus 5,000. And that is the equivalent to where we would be, and we have now paid our loan off, if you get what I mean. That is now where we should be. So, let us upgrade this. If it's the only thing we can do, that at least will leave us in a good position. Oh, plus 15,000. Okay, that's better than I thought. I would like to do better wheels, because that may help, but we should see if I can get away with just the 100, the horsepower edition for now, because that should really, the Samsung's well overpowered now. That should easily, it did struggle with it. And also the gear problem, because this is not an automatic, it's converted to automatic, it's still having issues. I still have to manually put the gears up sometimes. Can't really test the Samsung. Right, okay then. Let's see if there's any contracts. Let's see how we're doing. Also, the bad thing is as well, I have a feeling it's going to be... It is. We had to kickstart the contract system last time with loads of cultivating, if you remember. And yeah, our neighbours have gone wrong again. So yeah, I knew something like this might happen. Okay, well we might need to do that, and I'd sooner get it done. Let's have a look. Cultivators, what is the most 300 horses can carry? It's not big, is it? We've got that. That's not, can't even do a 12 metre. These are monsters. Yeah. What we've got is still one of the best sizes for the horsepower range. Yeah, I think it is. That is super duper in comparison to the others. An 8 metre. Yep. Okay then, it looks like we're going to have to assist our neighbours and rip through. So this is going to be another tar. I was hoping for a nice relaxing sort of session where I didn't have to rip through lots of things, but hey ho, it is what it is. Or shall we? Yeah, I don't feel it. I don't feel in the mood for... Okay, just knock me around. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not for doing... I will do it, but that's just not what I signed up for today. I was hoping for something a bit nice. So we could do what we did the first year. We have our harvest to do in a couple of months. That's a point. What is... Oh, there was one thing I should never have looked. One of the months there was a... Now, I've had the seed to Proxima. They're cracking tractor boards. Yeah. The Anderson bale trailer came up 26,000. I thought, oh, I shouldn't have looked. Because now we could really do with something like that. It won't appear. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to speed up time, I think. And yeah, 7 o'clock I think, because it is summertime. It's just getting towards summer. And we will do our field like we did the very first year. It's maiden... Well, on paper it's the maiden voyage, even though technically it's not. Right, I think it's next month. Wow, it's a steal for 6,000, isn't it? I know we've got one, but... Do we need... No, we don't. I don't think so, anyway. Not another one. No, we'll pass. Now, that would have been useful for that. Would that not be amazing? Look at that, 36 grand for that monster. That is... Yeah. fantastic. The two would make a really good addition to the farm. Unfortunately, I think that's a bit away. Right, okay, let's crack on. Oh, the thing of dreams. That's the thing of dreams. Although it is a little tad excessive, I think, for this particular map. Although it does pack away really nicely. I can just imagine ripping through those fields with that would be phenomenal. Right, anyway, let's get cracking with this. I think... yes, I am going to try something now. We're going to try and cosplay in reverse. I think I've figured it out. It was in editing, I looked at the settings and thought, oh, it's always on automatic, and I think obviously then it'll always try to go clockwise. I think you've got to change it to clockwise or anti-clockwise. So yes, I couldn't see the setting because I was sort of looking at automatic. So yeah, we shall see. Right, this is the nasty bit, getting onto our fields over the roads. It's a bit naughty, but we're very poor farmers, and I could afford that really, if I'm honest. It is a bit naughty. But being as I've only got one field presently, now we need to unfold. And oh no. And we need to switch on. I love the way you switch on and it actually puts the header down now. That is really good. Oh, no, I wanted to go the wrong way. So let's start it on the field. Going that way. Then we're going to cosplay it. Just to see if I can figure this out. Right, okay. Some baling contracts. Again, I've just come off the back of baling contracts. Although now it would be a perfect one to, typically it's the animal dealer. Well, I don't want field 60, not again. I don't want 36 and I don't want 33. Oh, they're all tedders. And they're all going to the animal dealer as well, would you believe it? I wanted to test the pie, I guess. Nearly everything's... okay, we're going to do this anyway. Let's crack on. Right, so then we need to create job. No, it's pointing that way. Oh wait, my tractor's not in the way. Cosplay field work. Open generator, and this is the important step. Field center, up, down row direction. This is... oh, okay, it's not what I thought. Okay. 3. Headland smooth clockwise 7. Centre. Oh, I like spiral. I like racetrack as well. Manual. I thought I'd got it. I thought it would be the up down row direction. So in the centre of the field. Okay. Oh no, headland direction. Clockwise, or anti-clockwise. Yes, it is there. Right, okay, let's do that. Generate fields. Brilliant. For our field, this should work fine. Now, we'll test it. You will notice, I have been working on this field very slightly. I'm a terror, I admit it. I like how round corners work, because they always miss them anyway if you're on smooth. So I've rounded a couple of corners. I did do a little bit of sculpting on this field because I did notice there were some levels that are not right, but I'm not sure the harvester, that I had a bit of trouble with a bit down at the bottom. It started off as a mistake that I then had to fix, and then while I was at it, as you do, I got carried away and I thought, oh, let's just grass the round bits that I'm never going to do. You'll notice one in a bit round. I also sculpted this because this went to a sharp edge, so I've sculpted that now as a round corner. And this bit up here was also square, and you'll see some lovely grass there that I planted, well, I actually painted just there. So that's a round corner. Oh, not bad, not bad. And then there are a couple of bits at the bottom. Now it's the bit at the bottom, this is the bit I'm worried about. I did a mistake here, and I did hit level, which then meant it had sharp angles at the bottom, and I then spent about 20 minutes trying to get this right, and then ploughing it, and well, you'll see actually if you look on the map there's a bit that needs ploughing. That's because I did Field Creator with the Cultivator, so of course it doesn't class it as done. Oh, this is the bit that's gonna, it might be the next run round, but I'm hoping he gets all of it, because it was, yeah, it was angular. I did try to smooth it, and I think I did it, but true test will be when the harvester goes round. Right, we need to not sit here watching it anymore. I love it when a plan goes together, I really do. Oh, we need to reconfigure that. Right, we do. Let's get this sorted. I'm hoping that horsepower now is going to be, well, it should be 300 horses under the bonnet. Is a monster of a starting tractor. Right, let's get this reconfigured. We'll go for the biggie. Oh no, we won't. We'll go for the medium one, because we can put the cover on. Yeah, see what I mean? Stuck in first again. Got to manually kick it. Silly. So it wasn't just the Fiat Agri, as I said, it's anything that's on manual gears. It's not an automatic. Right. We want to go for the middle one. 20 odd, that one there. And we should have already paid this. Yes, we have. That's the thing that I nearly forgot. Right, so let's stick this on here so we can self-unload. I can see why this is called the Traction King. Mr. Manoeuvrable here. It's out for a big tractor, I mean, well, medium tractor, a heavy tractor. It really is a bit of a, and it's quite nippy, 26. So the only thing, it would be perfect if I had a front 3-point link. I did try this, but I'm not sure if I tried it with weights. The Pepe one, I think it's too high. It only accepts certain ones, and it didn't like it. So yeah, we're stuck with no front 3-point link. And also, I can't even stick the front loader 3-point link on, where you can stick the adapter on and make that into a 3-point link. But no, I can't even do that. Right, so then let's see. We must be getting 49%. I have got a mod. This is the bit. This is the bit I want to look. This is. It says it goes into a tree. Now then, will you get it all? Oh, you beauty. Yes, you do. Smash it. That has made my day. Yeah, I did a bit of sculpting here round of the circles. You can see the bit of painting that I did where I've not quite got the grass right. Oh, my life. Oh no, it's not hovering. It's just, yeah, I didn't quite cut that right. Yeah, so it's adapted slightly. I even done my rollers and put them back and everything. The rollers I forgot for a while. It was only when I saw the you need to roll your field that I thought, that's what I've forgotten. So yeah, we are now back. Everything that we had, I think, including, yeah, is now back to. Also, we have checked. Oh, what is the point actually? Have I changed? So you have to do this on a map by map basis. You have to go into tractor settings one and make sure that I have, yeah, maintenance costs. I have done that with that new fantastic mod. So I'm hoping we see a big difference. No, it should be on self-unload. Or have I done that yet? That is a point. Have I? Self-unload. No. Activated. I'm going to stop him. I am. we're not going to go round again. We're only going to get stuck halfway round, and then that would be a silly thing to do. I think we're on the third headland for restarting purposes. Yeah, so I have very slightly increased the field just on that corner there, where you can see just past the traction king. It was square, and I've rounded that, so there may be a slight discrepancy on. We may get a slight amount more, and I am talking a couple of 100 litres, if that. Probably about 30 litres. So we're not talking, you know, a vast difference. But I'll run with whatever we can get. Yes, it seems very appropriate that we are doing this. Right, let's get this going. Let's start this again. Let's zoom in a little, that's a bit out. It's one thing that is a bit weird, because you have this zooming in bit. And I think I will save this, because it's done a very good job. Target position, ooh, my life. Ooh, trying to get the third head on that is going to be, because there's two, there's a transport line as well. It could pick either, but it would go to the front if I didn't do that. Field, yeah. Start job, let's see. But let's also save this course. It's 28. 28. Dominator. Oh, we're going to have really to put it's 5.1 though. Because you might also have a corn one, you never know, on this field at some point. Oh, fantastic, it didn't pick up the transport line. Excellent. Right. We could step out and be a bit sensible and hope this time this works, because last time I did this it all went pear-shaped. Now then, I don't want allow create fields. It should not remember that. No, that is right. It doesn't. Right. Let's grab that. One of my absolute all-time favourite. It isn't what it used to be, but it is. Farmer Andy has done a cracking job, and in some ways it's better. So yeah, I can live with the deficiencies, because it's not all. There's also good things. It's just it used to be my main mower. If I'm honest, it was, but it was also very slow, whereas now it's not very slow at all, which that's a big advantage. So yeah, it swings and roundabouts. There's some good things. I can put a front 3-point link, but it's still not usable as a mower. But again, batwing mower made by Black Sheep Modding may well. It's quite a low horsepower requirements. It might just be doable by this, just. So we shall see. There is a chance. I shall load that in after this session, so we can have a look at that next time. Oh, I didn't quite get that. There's bits that it misses. Just, oh, I got that. Ooh, clock my rollers. Yeah, shouldn't really have care ties on, should I, as it calls them on this. This is the 4-wheel drive version. But I think we could possibly do with proper tyres whilst we're doing jobs like this. It's uphill. It's a bit of a it's a bit of a toughie. I think what we'll do is what I always say is we should use the terrain to our advantage, and this, mind you, in a minute it does go the other way. So yeah, we'll persevere for a little while, go past that, because most of our field this is the right direction to go. Yes, we have no hole in the ground over there anymore. That is excellent. Careful, we don't want to lose any crop. That would be bad. I double fertilised it as well. I learnt my lesson all my life. Always doing little tiny... Right, we need to get out of his way because those things are not... This present courseplay doesn't care. In FS19, the last version was absolutely fantastic. It actually slowed down whenever anything else. This one uses the working system, and I tell you, it does not care if you're in the way. It will absolutely beast you. Oh, that's a bit too big to destroy. We should grab that in a bit. Yeah, I had a couple of incidents in the... It will be... Well, by the time you see this, that one will also be posted too. Yeah, at least 2 or 3 absolutely terrific crashes. Real beastly. Yeah. Where Courseplay just literally rammed into another tractor. Yeah, this is the bit down here where things were... couldn't... I needed to sculpt because it wouldn't quite get the... Yeah, we got it. Yeah, I had to do that the first time as well. Yeah, there's still bits where the field seems to be a bit... But yeah, it is what it is. It always was a bit weird, even before, when you looked at the... If you were on foot going around the field, you could see that it was a bit... Some was a little bit too angular. Although the harvester seems to do okay with it, which is good. Just a bit, let's not get sloppy. Let's do what we can. It will speed things up afterwards if we can just touch up little bits and bobs. Now, I have really been a little silly using this, but I just wanted to use the Fendt. I don't want to just be using the Traction King all the time. I don't like to do that, to just favour one. So yes, some jobs like the Samson that only the Traction King can do. Yeah, so we are back exactly as we were, only obviously we spent some of the contract I did in the last session on that upgrade, so I think exciting times ahead. I shall miss the Fiat Agri though. It is an absolute perfect starting tractor if it weren't for its noise level. It's just such a shame. It would be, I think, to be honest, with the cost of it, if I was against the wall and I'd only got, obviously start from scratch, the one thing you're always against the wall with is money. That would be such a bonus to be able to get the Fiat Agri 180 horsepower for like 35,000, and it's got a front loader attacher already connected, so it doesn't even, the cost of that's all worked in. It's absolutely amazing. It's just so noisy. I just wish I could have a Fendt engine put in. You know, talk to the garage and like say, can you put me a Fendt engine in this? I'll pay extra £5,000 for the engine. That would be fantastic. It is sort of doable. but I don't know whether that's... It would then be changing what Pepe 7... I always get his numbers mixed up. 789 or 798. I think 789. It would be tweaking Pepe's sound files in the... and also, the only thing I know of old, when I used to edit maps, when I used to first be on FS19, every time you change something, it always reads it that it needs updating, because of course it's not the original. You've changed something and it knows it. So I would always have the Fiat Agri saying update if I did tweak the... It's not the XML files, it's actually the sound files. I would literally be renaming another tractor's... you can do it. Yeah, I have sort of looked at how to do it, but yeah, I'm not sure that that's going a bit beyond what is right. I think that's touching on Pepe's mod itself, and I don't think that's the right thing to do, so I shall allow the author to have their creativity of their own thing, and I shall unfortunately though not be able to use the Fiat Agri, which is an absolute shame, because I seriously think, I mean obviously we all, in FS19 the Fendt GT as it was then was a firm favourite, even though it was only, I think it was at 68 or no 46 horsepower, or I can't remember, it was very low horsepower, and I always said it punched above its weight, and it did, it really did. Even though on paper it was only 68 horsepower, its built-in 7.1 metre mowers, not built-in, but the set that came with the Fendt GT, it seriously meant it was absolutely amazing for so many things. That, yeah, it was always... Also the fact that it had the 3-ton box at the front was a bit like us having the Joskin 3-point, only it's always stable, and it also adds extra weight onto the fence, so therefore you could, yeah, it was a big advantage, it really was. I used to use it for fertilising contracts and things like that. So the only thing that was bad about the Fendt GT was it's not the best steerer, nor is it the fastest, whereas 26 miles an hour actually is, yeah, that is decent. So yes, what's it looking, 76%. Excellent. Now then, slow down. It's a bit of a struggle up this uphill bit. Oh, it's managing nicely. Yeah, I must admit, what my point is, the Fiat Agri I would say would probably be in one of my preferred, probably my very first choice of tractor on a start from scratch, if I was not lucky enough to get a reasonably priced tractor on the... In fact, to be honest, I don't think even on the reasonably priced tractors in the sales, I seriously don't think you could even match that anyway. I think I probably would always choose the Fiat Agri as my first tractor of choice on any Let's Play, and I can't because it's just too noisy, so yeah. Can't have it winding people up, that's not, no. Invite people in and then drive them crazy with loud noises is just not the way that you do things. It's a shame because it is a cracking mod. One of the most balanced, all-round, cracking mods, as well as very reasonably priced. Yeah, Pepe done have to do some cracking mods, to be honest, like his the front lifter as well. That is amazing. Now then, I'm going to have to be careful here, because he's going to rip up this field, turn around and just go straight through me if I'm in the wrong place. So you've got self-unload on now. You should be thinking about where the trailer is. No, I'm going to stay out of your way. Oh no, you're going to crack on. Okay, well I am too then. Wow, I don't often travel fast. Ooh, what's the bit? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this is another patch. No, it was always like that here. That's, you always have to come at it from another angle. It always was like that before, so that's, I don't think it's anything that I've done. Yeah, oh god, he's going to sell from loads. Brilliant. Right, we should move out of his way because he's going to be coming back. It won't take him long to do that. I've not done badly. Just got that tidy up just at the top. I think there's a tuft down the bottom end. We'll pretty much cultivate the entire field. Let me just check on the... I think it's... is it? Yeah, planting canolas tomorrow. So this will be ready to rock and roll. We could actually... Oh, that's a point. Does it need... Let's have a look on the field info. Will it need liming? I'm sure it needed lime in the very first year because this will be... Yeah, it does. It needs lime. Smash it, and it needs ploughing on that bit there. I'm going to have to hire a plough just for those two wings. That's where I did the... You can see that. That's the bits that I adjusted. The bit in red on the bottom, though, of the field was almost that size. It's just obviously I had to... Once I'd done the level wrong, let's just make sure he's behaving. Oh, my life. Seriously? What are you doing? Oh my life. You get past the traction king. What's he doing? He's empty. Playing round and round the garden. Look, you're done, mate. You really are. Do you know these workers, they don't half play some funny games. Seriously. I know what we'll do. Let's go and get that tuft at the top and then we shall set him going. Even the plough matches the fen colours. Absolutely amazing. I do like red and green. It's weird. When I was a kid, red and green were two colours that they said were no-nos to go together. And yet, look at class and look at fence, and they would argue that actually, no, they go together well. And I think, looking at that, they do. I would agree. Right, so if we step back a little, so it gives us time to set this ahead slightly, we should be able to create job nearest target position on the very line that you are, very slightly ahead. Let's see. Fantastic. Job's a good one. Let's get this patch done. Fantastic. Let's get what we can done. Let's follow him up, get that this bit down this end done as well. While he's away. let's use our brain. Let's go at the top of the field and come down. That way it's going to assist us, being as we're not the most powerful tractor. Got to use our brain, not our brawn, because we're not the most strong tractor. Let's get these little spots done as well. Wow. Well, I don't think we did too bad a job. Team effort. Worker in the harvester self-unloading, and us getting the field ready for next year. I think that's not a bad little number. Let's get these little spots done. And that water looked beautiful. Absolutely glorious. It's so nice having to be next to the water for that reason. I won't say for any other reason, because yeah, workers, as we've seen in a couple of videos, do like to seem to. Now what are you doing? We'll do that manually. So then, apart from that actual course was not bad. And that could be down to the turn space of the Dominator. It has to figure in somewhere. Not bad. I can handle having to manually grab hold of him for just doing one little bit on the field. That's definitely not the end of the world. Yeah, that round, that always caused trouble, that did. So we did lose a bit of field. So I suppose, looking at things, yeah, with that loss of field there, I give it a slightly better turn, I think, myself. Right, let's grab that. Oh, he clocked the... Yeah, it's got caught on the fence. Wow, well and truly jammed me, haven't you? Gonna have to sort of try and push the header off the fence and then grab it like that. Do you know, seriously, these workers jam your equipment up. Right, just 2 runs, I can cope with that. It's a similar button, but hey ho, didn't mean to do a worker. I always manage to do that, either that or jump out of the tractor as I'm going is my usual trick. Right, we'll empty this and we'll just see what we've got. Technically it should be exactly the same, but yeah, with 13.8 I think last time. Oh, yeah. Literally very little difference. I'm happy with that. Now, we could, now that we haven't got that thing there, actually stick the harvester here. I would stick a shed here, but we know what happens to the ground, so yeah, I think I'm just going to have to hope that everyone imagines that I would tarpaulin this down. Right, let's finish this last little bit. Oh, well, I am well chuffed. We should speed it up and we'll plant this tomorrow. We could, no, we could lime it. That's something we could do. Oh, no, we couldn't. got fertiliser, but I could do the fertiliser and then the lime. That's the only trouble with having something like the Samson. Obviously you can't, because it's so big. You put the other thing is we only need about 5 tons of lime. It's absolutely fantastic for lime spreading. It's a shame you can't do contracts. You could make a killing. Right, smashing that. Oh no, it's not. No, don't fold it yet. Don't get excited. We've got to shift that. I even remember to put the cover on as well. Let's get that put round the corner, ready to sell in November to get the optimal price. Get this last bit of the field done. Oh, got a minute. I did buy the cover. Surely the cover you can pull over on this. Don't tell me it switched the option off, because you know sometimes it resets and it always goes to the 10,000 size. Whether I ticked the no cover, I paid for it, so it is there, but it looks like it's not shutting at the minute. Right, let's go and have a look. Let's not leave things, because I definitely bought it for 400, which I did actually pay for originally, so let's have a look. Oh, see, it always does that. 20,000, because it's got to be the one without the wood. Let's have a look. Wooden floor. Cover. Yeah, see, I've not got to pay for it again. Okay. Smashing. Let's run that and put it where we usually do. I have a healthy respect for that shed. Oh, that's a point, actually. This might actually get away with that. Let's have a quick look. But we shall go in from the bad end. I think this has got a lowered cab. I might be wrong. Hard to say. Let's have a look. It's this door that's the problem. Ooh, I think no. I think also the exhaust tip is too big. So we'll try if we can get in. I don't think we will. I think it's broad, well too broad, isn't it, this, thinking about it. Yeah, and the exhaust tip would still hit it, which means the cab would as well. No. Only little things, I think, are to be going in that entrance, or coming out of that entrance. Oh, I've pulled that far enough forwards. Let's just go a little bit further. And then we should get cracking. We should finish that cultivating, speed up time to get us till tomorrow. Let's get you finishing this job. Just leave that. We shall, yeah, actually thinking about it, we'll get that. The liming and the fertilising done. We'll grab that and we shall see how that fares, because it really did not like the Samson on with 210 horsepower. It really didn't. The other thing I love about the fence now is it is very manoeuvrable. It's got absolutely amazing steering. Now, it was always a bit. It had its strengths, but its turning circle and that was not one of them, nor was its speed. So yeah, definitely a massive improvement. Just as I say, it's the loss of its absolutely amazing mowers that its little 2 metre mower now is, yeah. But I say Batwing, that may well make things completely different. Right, let's get this double application rated, and then let's get it limed. I need to try and be very careful. Ah, now this is true. This is where that mod, the government drain, comes in, isn't it? I presume we could... Oh no, you can't, can you? You can't actually empty... And you can always run it out, but that... Yeah, but if you'd got way too much, that's just silly. Ooh, let's try and get that a little bit better than that. That's terrible driving, Mr. Smith. Okay, let's have a look. Activate double application rate. I've also got max, hence the fact it's on 21477. It is actually 23 tons, but this is the max weight limit of this. I've got that on. I've got proper the weight limit of the things on. It seems to be pulling that a lot better. It did even struggle pulling, so we shall see. Right, let's do this the right way. In fact, let's try and make a course for it. I'd like to see, because Courseplay is going to do this better than I would. It really will. Right, so create job. Courseplay field work. Field position, target position is good. Now then we need to do the same as we did last time. Number of headlands... Hey? 2, I think. I don't think any more than that. Oh, bro. Oh, I found it before. Headland direction. Counterclockwise. Generate. Ah, it can only do 1 headland. So why have you still picked 2? Okay. Let's see this go. Always like to see the course in action before saving it in case it doesn't work as you think it will. All my life. Is 5 miles an hour the normal speed then for... Let's have a look. Oh my life, the Valmit. That's a cracking tractor. Not a very good, but like amount off, but it's a very good price for a very good tractor. That was my starting tractor on Horbeleron on day 1. I really definitely seemed to me slightly underpowered though. It didn't seem to be quite 190 horses, even though on paper it was, because there were a couple of implements. The Duet, that's 180 horsepower, and it didn't really manage it terribly well. So either the Vulture's under or the Duet's over. And I have used the Duet with the Fiat Agri, and it seemed to be alright with it. So to me, it seemed to point to the fact the Vulture wasn't quite as powerful as it said it was on paper. Right, okay, so what am I looking at now? I've thrown myself out now doing that. Manure spreaders. Does it tell you? It does tell you its speed, yes. It should be 9 miles an hour. This thing's well overpowered. Yeah. It's on 5 and it's overpowered by a hell of a lot, and we're going downhill. I don't get it. Whether it's a gear thing again. It's all I can think, because to be honest, that should be doing 9 miles an hour. It's over the Samson's horsepower requirements now. That's going to almost have used twice as much. I don't know though, it's got a long way. So look, how much did we do of the field? Let's get rid of the line bit. I should say about half. Maybe slightly. We're going to have to be careful. Mind you, we can always waste it if it's going to be close. So we'll just get a full tank. to be honest, it's always taken me 3, which just goes to prove how much you waste. Mind you, it was also underpowered, so I was slower, much slower than I should have been, but even so, he was doing 5 miles an hour and he still managed to do a lot more than I did. Which was my point in saying sometimes you're best to allow workers to do some jobs. Sugar cane is another case in question. I used the big 2 metre, leased it once, and it damages crop. It doesn't look like it does, but it does. Now we must remember that we only want 6 tons of lime. I'm almost tempted to actually buy big bags. I'm not very good at the Speedy Gonzales. Ooh. Like clicking the button, I'm terrible. It's almost like the pressure gets to me and I go ooh, and just don't do it in time. So I am tempted, but it's just this. Mind you, lime isn't expensive anyway, is it really? Might be the way to go to get this right. Right, let's start him where he got up to. That was down here. Love the way you can see the V points to where they got to. Just about there. Right, let's get you going again. Create job. Nearest. Target. Let's see, let's see. Oh wow, you put the plate back in. Oh, I forget. It's weird. It doesn't like you in the tractor with it. Now you're not blocked anymore. This is never a good sign when they do this, because it's just got to pull ahead. It's like it has a dicky fit and then just goes no. It also wastes money, of course, before it decides that it can't do the course. Right, okay. I've got to let it fail before I can send it on again. Oh, come on. It's not rocket science. Pull forwards, switch it on. Yeah, I'll do it myself. No good shilly-shallying around. Yeah, straight knocks it down to first gear. That's bizarre, because this is more well overpowered, and I know it's got narrows on, but that's not going to knock it down to that slow. Let's try knocking its gear, one gear up, see if it can handle it. No, straight down. PTO must take some, but that's all about horsepower, so I don't get it. I'm really... Unless it's because it's the double application rate, whether that makes a difference, it is possible. It doesn't. It's not slipping or anything. There's no wheel slip, so it's not suggesting to me it's a tyre problem. It's not struggling to pull it either. It's really just smoothly pulling off. Not like, oh wow, that was a moment where the Fiat Agri was pulling the bales and it was going uphill, and then it actually slipped backwards. It couldn't cope with the weight. It literally went backwards. I've never ever in all my years a farming simulator seen a tractor do that. Of course it is true to life, it would do that, but it was quite amazing. I had to literally reverse it off the side of the road and then go and get the big fence that was part of the contract. It was a bit of a scary moment. I don't think we're going to quite do this. It was me thinking I'd have stuff left, but I don't think we're actually going to. You've got well more horses under the bonnet than this. This is ridiculous. You're wasting this. It's going to mean I need to fill up again, and I shouldn't have to. Stupid. Ooh, okay. There's two little patches. I'm not going to get them both, though. That I do know. Yeah. This gear change malarkey is getting silly. Let's get that last little patch that I've missed over there done. Let's manually change the gears, being as it's been so silly. Whoa, okay, let's miss the patch completely. Oh no, just got it. Right, lime. Should we try it? Shall we try it? Let's give it a shot. Whoa. Sorry. Was me. Yeah, it's certainly a wide tract, this one is. Almost twice as wide as the Fiat Agri. So if you put wides on this, it will literally be beastly. Let's try. Let's try on 6 tons or thereabouts. Let's see if we can be quick enough. Okay, that's not too bad. I can live with that. Ooh. Yeah, it's a little too tight for it. Oh, okay. It doesn't like that at all. Let's reverse it. Now then, come on. See, that's bizarre. It is performing like the Samsung's way. Careful of the clock. That's it. This it does, and it could have been the double application rate, because it doesn't seem to slow it down. It might be that obviously the power requirement of double application rate may be terrible, which does make sense. I suppose if it would be 9 and it halves it, that 5 miles an hour ish is probably about right. It may be that I've hit the nail on the head. I think that's probably right. Let's see if we can get Courseway to do this course this time. It's exactly the same one. Let's try. Create job. First. Target position. Same as. And go. Now let's just see what speed this can do this time. Oh, now this time it seems to be eating lime. Last time it did the entire field and I had to run around for ages. Mind you, I did have 11 tons. Let's see. It's not always easy to gauge, actually. Yeah, it's not going down that quickly, is it really? It might be not far off. Wow, look at the way that's one thing I admire about the workers. Look at the way even the lines meet when they go around in a circle. They're terrible in some ways, but they're absolutely amazing for lines. Unmatched, there's no way. I've done my best when I'm spraying. I can almost touch the lines sometimes when I'm at my very best. But these make it look like a graceful dance where the lines always meet perfectly. Except they get stupid things wrong. So they sort of go from being absolutely sublimely perfect to absolutely terribly awful in one. You have the ultimate respect for workers 1 minute, and then the ultimate thinking plonker in the next breath. It's quite amazing. Wow. Wow. Yeah. That's Courseplay that's telling it. It switched off slightly too early. It's going to be close. I don't go as far out. I think this was definitely the way to go, though, with his field. Definitely the way to go. What we shall do is, I think, actually, we'll go through till tomorrow morning, but I think the planting we'll do next session. This is, yeah, it has taken quite a while now, so I think we've more than done a small session. It's nice we've actually done our harvest. I didn't feel like cultivating everybody's fields again though, like we've already done. That's any trouble with starting the map again. But I definitely think we'll be doing it with ours, and we'll probably do it with the Traction King, because he's faster than the fence and he's overpowered. This is the one thing. This is the one thing that is the workers, the shilly-shallying they do. This is the advantage as of a human, is so much as you just like crack on, or I do, and all this shilly-shallying and. That's nice. Yeah, I would have done it differently, but then I wouldn't have probably done the coverage as well as they did. Well, you are wasting an awful lot on that just to get your lines to meet. It's only just one and a bit though. That might just about do it. May. Oh, come on. No, be patient. This is my weakness. I suppose they've got to earn their hourly rate. If they're, yeah, if they do it too quickly, they can't earn their money, can they? That's what it's about. Should be thinking realistically now. They're trying to earn a good wage, making sure the job spins out. Got to get with it. It's like real life. Where are you going? I don't get it. Ah, it goes down and then up for the final up. Now that does make sense, actually, thinking about it. What doesn't make sense is why they actually go the direction where they could just switch it on and then reverse to go the same direction. That's what I'm talking about, the shilly-shallying they do. I'd have just switched it on and gone forward. They go forward, get the right angle, then go back again. And then waste half a ton of lime on doing bits that's already been done. Oh my life. It is so painful. What? You see what I mean? Look, what a waste. Ah well, I suppose precision comes at a price. Now you're going to go in the water. yeah. Right, yeah. This should be his final run. They always stop short as well. That's the other thing that Courseplay always does, whether it's a mower or whatever. It stops at the stop sign, which is always not quite the end of the field. See what I mean? Right, there's this corner that it didn't do. Let's do that. And we shall waste the 700 litres that we... wasn't bad. There was a time though I did think that we weren't actually going to do it. Let's just see if there's anything proper patches we've missed. I think there's a bit down in that corner by the look of it. Oh, and at the top, and there. It's got the power, but I do still think it would help with better tyres. I'm not going to do it now because we need worker wages for whatever we're going to do next time. So, but yeah, I do think top priority, being as this is our biggest tractor we've got, our main tractor, we do need it to be on top form. Whoa, that was me, that was angle, that was definitely nothing to do with the tyres of the tractor. That was definitely all me. Ooh, well that was actually perfect. Right, let's fold that down. Stick this next to... yeah, stick it where we normally do. I think it's not a bad place, although I've shrunk that a little bit with what I've done, but it can still go there. Was that tree always there? Maybe. Now I'm going to move this out of the way so I might get it marooned when the canola starts growing, and I can't actually... mind you, I've got narrows on, so it wouldn't have mattered. Right, anyway. Let's sleep through till tomorrow morning, and that is where we're going to leave things. Yeah, planting tomorrow. Fantastic. Let's have a look. What is in my favourite time of the day? 7.7 metres. Now we've already got a baler, so that's a very good... I do like that. I've got that on one of my other Let's Plays. I can't afford it though, so a Massey, now that is a beast. Again, we have got a tractor. It's just... I will seriously miss the front 3-point link, but there are many things that something like a 300 horsepower tractor can do still very well. That's, yeah, this is going to serve as well. One thing I would like to do though is with the fence, I might well use the adapter on the front of that as a 3-point link. It's still not powerful though, it's only just to give it a bit of versatility, I think. Not... I could put the Pepe one, but it's the height on that is a little bit weird. So, yeah. Right, anyway. We're going to leave it there. It's going to rain in a bit. We're going to plant this field, and we should be... yeah, then all we need to do is plant and roll, and that should be us done. Obviously, there's those tiny little wings that I need ploughing. I'm not hiring a lease and a plough just for those bits, plus which I've got everything ready now. So, but yeah. Let's switch that off now. Yeah, we should weed and seed, and that is us ready to rock and roll. And then we should start to help our neighbours cultivate again. Deja vu or what? But yeah, we shall do that. I'm wondering whether or not though, because that can manage that, whether to lease a second one, just lease and literally hit everything. Or I suppose we could do, no, would be, because it's not going to take any damage. We could borrow one of the larger, let's have a quick look. I always like to get ready for the next session anyway. Balaam we're going to ignore for now, because it's more about starting these cultivating jobs. Going now, let's look for the very biggest. Not that there's any that are very big, but there are a couple of the 7 meters, I think. Sure there were. Ah, that. Yes, that would be the one. Let's borrow items for that. And let's take 2 more. Yeah, let's take 2 more. And then let's try to be clever this time. Field 52. Let's try and pick some that are close to that. You'd think 53 and 54, but it's not always as simple as that. 53 is a big one, and 54 is a big one as well. Where's 52 then? My life. Oh, it's just, yeah, I suppose that, yeah, it's up that little road where we've done them before actually. Wow, that is a big field. Okay, yeah, 53, 54 it is. We shall... So you don't get a lot, do you, for seeing how big the fields are? And 54. I said that last year. For saying how big the fields are, those ones, £1,500. And then I've got to lease his equipment as well. Seriously bad. Anyway, that's what we've got for next time. We'll courseplay our tractor sowing and seeding and weeding, and we could, yeah. I'm trying to think about actually. I'm sure the Fendt can manage that, and then take the bigger tractor down with the cultivator, and we shall assist the mighty Fendt, the other Fendt that we've been given. No, it's actually a warrior. My bad. Yes, we shall assist the mighty warrior. And we shall go and hit 2 fields at once. Let's just grab this ready. Didn't take long to get mucky, did it? Let's get that ready. I'll stick both tractors on the car park and then... Actually, no, that's a bit excessive. It doesn't really make any difference. Yeah. I can't remember if this can clear this. I think it can. Unlike the mower. Yeah. Smashing. So we're ready to hit the road tomorrow. Fendt the same. Let's just attach its bits and bobs so we can just literally hit the road running. I just keep saying the Fendt. I mean the warrior. Do you know, seriously. I love using this. It's 7.5 meters. Ours is bigger than this, would you believe? And ours is a shallow. I know, but nevertheless, it's still classed as a cultivator. Right, let's get this ready then. And that is where we're going to leave it. 12,677. Our fields just need planting. It's completely fertilised, limed, everything needs to be done. We've got 3 contracts ready for next session. I think that's not bad. I feel quite comfortable. The only thing I don't like is obviously we bought these in the sales and they're now registering as brand new things, which obviously is good for us, but what I mean is, yeah, I don't like any sort of... I know I haven't cheated, but you know what I mean. It's still, I like things to be as they should be. It doesn't bother me that they're second hand, or this one was new anyway. We did buy the John Deere new. So anyway, enough waffling from me. I hope you're going to continue on this journey with me. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.